I have one question for you here this morning, and the big question this morning is, how many of you here love to prove people wrong in life? Doctors always told me that I couldn't do something in life. They said, you cannot overcome the obstacles. You cannot do anything you set your mind to. See, I was born with autism. This doctors told me that your son cannot graduate high school. He cannot go to university. He cannot move out of his parents' basement when he's 18 years old. He cannot do acting classes, which I've done. He cannot get his own driver's license. He cannot get married. He cannot do any of those things. I've done every single one of those things and still more today. I'm still proving odds wrong. It doesn't have to be achieved right in the moment, right in that 1 year. It could take 4 years. It could take 10 years. It could take 20 years. It could take your whole lifetime. It's the matter of not letting labels define you. They say, no, you can't. I say, yes, you can. Tell me something about the Vancouver Canucks. I can name you the whole first-line roster. The number, the way they position their stick. I could tell you the starting goalie who started last night for the Canucks. I could tell you the backup goalie for the Canucks. I could tell you who's in the AHL, the farm team for the Canucks. I know that stuff, but people would say, no, that's not success. That's not the way people succeed in school. That's not the way you go to university. Says who? And how do you answer that question? Well, it's hard work, determination, not letting labels of autism tell you that you can't do something. I always like to use the analogy of the tortoise and the hare. You probably heard that when you were a little kid. I know a lot of people will say, well, if you didn't do that in 5 minutes, if you didn't do that in 10 minutes, well, no, that's not success. I say, no. If you can do that in 10 years, that's still success. If you can do that in 20 years, that's still success. It doesn't have to be right now. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. But if you put your mind, your heart, and your soul into it, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. That's my personal opinion, my beliefs. I don't care what anyone tells you. I don't care if it's your family, your coach, your teachers. I don't care what anyone says. I say, yes, you can. Let me remind you of this one thing with sensitivity is it means you care and you sympathize for others and their feelings. Why do you think there's so many people here today in this world who are athletes and actors and actresses and models who take their own lives and commit suicide? Well, if you ask me, I think we need more people who sympathize, more people who care, who are there for others. So when you tell me that, you're too sensitive, good. We need more people who care. I believe every single one of us can relate to autism. And let me tell you why. Have you ever been told in life that you can't do something, that you're not good enough, that you don't fit in, that the social circle that you have with your friends, maybe they don't want you anymore, maybe you lost a friend, maybe that person doesn't like you anymore. Maybe people say that your dream is unachievable. Well, let me tell you that something. People with autism, like myself, face that almost every single day. And I'm sure a lot of you do too. I think the more you practice and the more you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, I think you really learn that life is so short, and when you don't want to do something, but even though you continue to work at the things you don't want to do, you're going to appreciate yourself so much more when you do the things that make you uncomfortable.